Hey, what's going on YouTube? MarineX back at it again. I have 5 EDC items to immediately improve your daily carry. Some of these you may have never heard of. Maybe you've heard of all of them because you're some type of EDC hawk, which is nothing wrong with that at all. Also, 2 additional items, so stick around to the very end to see what those are. Let's check these out. Now, everyday carry, a lot of times we're so concerned about the main staples, the flashlight, the multi-tool, the knife, maybe a notepad and pen and all of that good stuff. But there's so many things that surround. They're kind of like on the very end of the bell curve for the items that you should consider adding to your kit, mainly because they're going to make comfort and ease of life that much better whenever you're using your EDC loadout. The first thing I bring to you is the Vault Case by BRS. Now I have 2 different size vault cases here. Both of them, in my opinion, are very functional. They do have their downfalls. I've done an entire video on this big vault case here. One thing I like about this case is that it's 11 inches by 6.5 inches. This particular case has a TSA approved lock on the front, which means that if you want to put this inside your checked luggage and TSA has to check your items, they can stick a key in there. They can check your items without you having to worry about them breaking your lock or anything like that. Now, a thief is still going to be a thief. Of course, if they want to get inside of this thing, they're going to be able to. This is 100% modular. It includes 2 small loop panels, 2 medium loop panels, 1 large buffer patch panel, and a shoulder strap, as mentioned. Where this is the perfect type of storage for maybe at home, so you're not just keeping your knives out in the elements, for travel, or if you're gonna have people coming over and you don't want your items growing leg. This doesn't necessarily mean you don't need this big old whomping size. They also have the smaller version that they came out recently. This is called the Vault Nano mini case. A lot of people kind of poo-pooed this thing because they kind of saw that the actual loop panel on the front was an afterthought. I actually think it looks pretty nice. I've seen plenty of products where loop paneling looks like it was 100% added at the very end to please the EDC community. This one doesn't really seem so, as it does kind of contour into the loop paneling. It comes in multiple colors. Specifically, you can get this thing in 7 different colors. I have it in 3 of those colors. I have it in the orange, have it in the green, I have it in the blue. I think it's really, really functional. 7.5 inches by 4.5 inches, so smaller than its big brother, and it's 2 inches wide, where the bigger one is 3 inches wide. Both are extremely functional. I like the loop handling on the front to keep. Imagine you need to label this thing for something you're allergic to, or for medical supplies, or for baby gear, or whatever. So this can quickly, you have multiple of these things, and you can quickly identify that you absolutely need the item that's in that specific case. This thing comes in at $39.99. Its bigger brother, it normally ranges between $59 and $69.99. It just really depends on where you buy it at. This also is modular, hook and loop on the inside. I just think that this is a fantastic size in addition to your EDC, especially if you have nothing at all for your EDC storage. This is kind of a no-brainer. The next item, which I know you're probably never heard of because I just came out with it. This is the MarineX EDC small storage bin. Small storage bin is exactly what this thing is. It is not designed to be a massive whomping thing. It's just the right size. It doesn't feature my logo on the front, but the biggest thing about this, it's made of walnut, relatively decent size for keeping things that you find important to you. You want to put a Zippo lighter inside of this thing. You want to put your favorite REs inside of this thing. Check. Maybe your small parts as you're disassembling a knife, such as the fasteners, the screws, etc., etc. All that type of stuff can fit inside of this. Why would you want something like this? Well, if you're constantly swapping out your REs, you can either leave them on some big old loop panel hanging on your wall in your man cave, or if you want to do a quick swap, you can leave this on your desk. If you're traveling with REs or some type of small parts, you can put this directly inside of your bag, or whether it's your check luggage or your carry-on. Keep your favorite EDC items near and dear to you. It's not humongous. And for watching this specific video, if you use code NEWEDC on my website, you can get 10% off of this item, but you can only get this for the first 5 days for the run of this video. So lucky you for watching this and being part of the notification squad. Make sure you push the subscribe button down below, turn on all notifications so you can find yourself getting some good deals like that. Speaking of a good deal, having something in your pocket to be able to maintenance these items that you now have nice and secure would only make a lot of sense. I bring you the Work Shark Pocket Sharpener. Now, this thing is for on-the-go sharpening of your knives, and it's very, very capable. 20 degrees on the actual diamond plate size, 25 degrees on the fine ceramic rod. Different options to use this thing. It does have absolutely no assembly. Now, if you're gonna have a really, really fat or very lack thereof of an actual sharpening choil on your knife, you're not going to be able to use this very easily. But this isn't necessarily for sharpening your highest and most dainty knives. It's really for you're at a campsite, maybe you're hunting, you're fishing, and you just fail to sharpen your knife, or you need to sharpen tools inside of your multi-tool that you never touch. Number 4 on the list, I'm pretty sure you've seen this thing before. Even between our EDC, there's not just a bunch of knives and multi-tools. We also have electronics. I bring you the Shark Geek Storm 2. One thing I like about the Shark Geek Storm 2, it's first off, aesthetics A1, absolutely just a unique battery charger that you're not going to see elsewhere. Over 25,000 milliamp hour battery means it's TSA compliant. You can carry this onto a plane. I think the maximum amount you can carry onto a plane is 27,000 milliamp hours. But this thing has this nice OLED screen on the front, which tells you all of everything that's going on with the actual device itself. The temperature, how much wattage is being outputted, how much is being inputted, and just you don't really need this information, but to be able to geek out on this information, I think is extremely unique. It includes the battery bank itself. It includes a 100-watt output cable. You can charge your MacBook Pro or your PC-based laptop, but this is the type of battery bank that you take with you and you keep for years, and you kind of nerd out on it, especially to keep your EDC devices nice and charged. Something that I've talked about so many times, but I still have no clue why it's not more widely adopted. This is the Hero Clip. Now, the Hero Clip comes in multiple sizes. I mostly have it in the medium and small size. I think I have one version in the mini size, but they're very affordable. Normally you can get these things sub $40, $50, depends on the size that you want. You can get it 20 bucks for the small version. It really just depends on the one that you want. I own almost a dozen of these. This one here can hold up to 60 pounds. Tested it out. It definitely holds that very easily. The smaller one can hold up to 45 pounds. You can use these for all sorts of stuff. Hold your EDC water bottle off a table. Keep your EDC bag off the floor. Maybe you're out at a coffee shop. You can use this to hook stuff that you need to be elevated. Maybe you're somebody that likes to keep items elevated so that you can see them and more easily use them. Probably my favorite EDC item, hands down. If I had to give up anything from this list, this would not be one of them. A couple of saved rounds for you. One thing that I think that is incredibly critical is organization inside of your EDC pouches. I bring you 511's your little utility hook organization panel. I've used this thing for years and I never realized how much I liked it until I didn't have it. It fits in almost every single one of my slings. It fits in all my EDC bags. The entire back of it is hook panel so that if you have a loop panel, you can use this in basically any bag that you own. Now I can keep everything one nice and neat area. The last saved round is going to be the Gold Zero Crush Light, which this is an EDC light that is really, really specific for the summertime. You're at campsites, you're at the 4th of July special, which is what we were using this for recently. If you're whatever, you can bring this thing out. It's waterproof. It's almost can be used as a cup as well. I like this because you can let your kids play with it. It has a little handle on there so you can hang it to stuff. Imagine you got your little Hero Clip here, which is exactly what we use this thing for. Take this thing, put the Hero Clip on it. Now you can actually hang this from wherever you got going on. Lots of EDC items, some of them you've never heard of. All of them I think are handy, and I incorporate the Vault Case is a part of my travel. The Work Sharp Sharpener, it goes with me when I go hunting or fishing. The Shark Geek is used almost every day around the house if I don't want to be near a charger or if I go to a coffee shop. The Gold Zero, the Hero Clip, my own organizer. These are the EDC accessories that I use that aren't directly related to things that go in my pocket. If this is your first time stopping by, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you a part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.